Growing you with you. LG Upgradable Appliances. What if your home could know you, understand you better every day, grows on you, with you, for you, as time goes on, just like your loved ones, for your better life. Your choice of the latest innovations so they fit around your lifestyle. Ever changing, improving so it always feels like new. Even better than new because it learns how you like things. Upgrade your appliances and upgrade your life. Use your LG ThinQ to unlock brand new potential with upgrades for your appliances, so they can do more, better, and get smarter all the time, with a better understanding of you and your life patterns. Ready to change with you as your life changes and as your world expands. Upgradable will change your home life like never before. Step by step, with you and for you. A true companion on your life's journey into the future. Growing you with you. LG Upgradable Appliances.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And as Ahmad said, it is indeed probably saving the best presentation for last. We did have a small hiccup earlier, but you can't have it any other way. So LG Electronics is one of the world's leading brands when it comes to home appliances, encompassing everything from TV, ovens, air solutions, and more. But some of the things that maybe some of you might not know is that actually LG also leans on working with startups and having really strong partnerships with companies of all sizes. And the company initiated many pilots in the past, and I'm really excited to actually have one such company with us today, joining us from the US to discuss their current and previous partnerships. And in 2021, LG also opened the LG Venture Client Unit called LG Future Home. So we'll be discussing that as well, what that means and how larger corporations can partner with startups and companies successfully. On that note, first I would like to welcome our virtual speaker, Tae-Hong Park, who's the head of venture from LG Future Home. Hi, Tae-Hong.
Hi, Diana. Hi, everyone.
So Tae-Hong is joining us from South Korea, which is, it must be very late for you right now. What time is it there?
It's a little past 10 p.m. right now.
10 p.m. Thank you so much for your time and for being with us here live. I don't want to keep you any longer, so I just want to say that Tae-Hong is going to give us a very short overview of the LG Electronics as well the LG Future Home and the vision behind it. So with any further ado, Tae-Hong, the virtual stage is yours.
Great. Well, thank you for the introduction. It will be my great honor to take this moment to introduce LG and what we are trying to do. LG is actually a large group with various member companies in multiple industries. We have LG Chem, LG Display, LG Innotech, and LG Electronics is a flagship company under LG Group. So I belong to LG Electronics, home appliance air solution business. And these are the primary home appliance and air conditioning related products that we do. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in our next slide. We also have a home entertainment business group. OLED TVs, so sound systems, personal laptops. And not many people know, but we do vehicle component solutions. These are the infotainments, such as telematics or the dashboard with the infotainment related displays and so on. We also do electric vehicle traction motors, and this is one of the newer initiatives under LG Electronics, and safety and convenience devices. And the fourth and finally, we have a business solution. They are targeting B2B business with commercial displays, information displays, and also some of the energy related applications as well. LG Electronics overall is about, this is in trillion won, translated, this is about 70 billion US dollars. So Home Appliance and Aero Solution is the largest business group in LG Electronics, and the subsequent other business groups are shown on this slide. So what products and services do we offer? We have in this slide divided our product in various sort of zones in your homes. So in the kitchen appliance area, we have here you see is a see-through refrigerator. We also have a wine cellar. We have the cooktops, induction cooktops, ovens, dishwashers. We also make microwaves. And this is one of also newer initiative under our business group. This is actually what we call homebrew. It's semi-automatic beer brewing machine targeted for beer manias and craft lovers. We also have home use and also some commercial use water purifiers. In the living appliance, we have the vacuum cleaners and also robotic vacuum cleaners. We have a massage chair and also a washer dryer. This is the latest model, having them actually one large unit combined. And we have what we call styler. This is where you hang your clothes, and it actually styles and unwrinkles your shirts and pants. And the latest product, what we call Tium. This is indoor, as you can see, a small gardening appliance that you can use to grow various vegetables and some fruits as well. Air solution area, we have air conditioning units for both residential area and home area, residential and commercial. We have air purifiers, purifier with heater built in, and these are the large commercial units that go into the big buildings. We make our own compressors and motors. They are the backbones and engines of these appliances. And that's where some of our core capabilities and competency come in. And now this large circle that you see with label LG ThinQ, that's LG app, like a smartphone app, where you can download and control and monitor various aspects of the appliances. And that's the direction that we are trying to go. Now, our lives evolve with various living style change and patterns and so on. And why shouldn't these appliances also evolve as we do? So what we call the future of home, LG upgradable appliances, this is where we use our ThinQ app and sometimes a plug-in hardware module so that the machines, appliances can become with newer functions and features and so on. So for instance, you can download a very specialized pet care washing and drying course because you may not have a pet before, but you do have a pet now. And the voice control is where you can control, say, the air conditioning unit as you talk to your refrigerator. So as you get your drink, you can say, oh, it's too hot, turn on the AC, and the AC will turn on. Now, this is a little knob that are on some of our appliances. You can download various emoticons that are tailored for particular season or holiday. And you can also download a special function in your app to do some fine tuning of detergents and also drying levels. So this is the vision that we see where the future of appliances will be. It's no longer a fixed machine once you buy them, but it's going to be a machine, appliances that adapts to your lifestyle and give more convenience as you evolve with your life as well. Well, thank you for the presentation. And thank you for listening to the presentation. And it's been a great honor to give you a short introduction on LG.
Thank you very much, Teung. Maybe a round of applause for Teung.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to stay with us for the rest of the discussion, of course. And on that note, I would like to invite on stage my fellow panelists, Michael, John, and Ryan. Maybe just before we start, I want to specifically thank especially John and Ryan and Stefan, who's right here, and Sebastian in the first row. They're coming from South Korea, Stefan and Taehong as well. I know you travel from very far, and John and Ryan from the US, so you guys probably must be a bit jet lagged. What? Oh, you're just starting your day. You're just starting your day, like 6 a.m., I believe. So you're fresh. Maybe let's do a round of intros. Ryan, let's start with you and we'll finish with Michael.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Lipkin, the Director of Business Development at SideChef. We are a content-to-commerce platform connecting food content to shoppability with major retailers and then bringing that into the smart cooking space and connecting it to LG ovens.
Hi, I'm John Han, Director of North America Open Innovation and Partnership for LG Electronics Home Appliance and Air Solution.
Yeah, hello, my name is Michael Holtkamp. I'm working for the LG Future Home, which is our venture client unit as a venture partner.
Great, and I don't think I have to introduce myself again, so let's jump straight in the conversation. Michael, let's maybe start with you. We talked about LG Future Home and the venture client unit, but maybe let's kind of contextualize a bit what a venture client unit is and how it plays in the broader corporate venturing landscape, because we have M&As, LG also does investments. We heard earlier a conversation about accelerators as well and other ways of working with startups. What is a venture client unit and how do you intend to work with companies at LG Future Home?
Yeah, I mean, a venture client unit is actually a new model where we try to buy the solution from external companies like startups. So we don't want to get equity, but collaborate with them and then get in a structured, well-structured way by proven POC project the solutions into our company and apply it to our products. And how it's mentioned to within the activity. So for our side, let's say we started last year, 2 years ago, when we had a little bit of restructuring of our team and also initiative. So we considered a little bit how we should work more efficiently in the innovation activities. Then we checked what other corporates are doing, what is state of the art in terms of science or also consultancy. So we came up with the approach of the venture clienting, which perfectly matched. So at that point in time, for instance, we had quite experienced team. So many of the engineers had more than 5 years of working experience in the innovation space. And also we had been closely related to home appliance and air solution directly at the R&D time and also at the product development. So bringing that together, I mean, we didn't want to reinvent everything we had. So we had a lot of asset and know-how, but we wanted to improve the way of working. And that's what we find this hands-on approach of venture clienting quite useful for us and matching with the targets that we have.
Great. And exactly like you said, you don't want to reinvent something that you already had. And maybe John, feel free to as well, maybe just chip in on this one, because you definitely know this way better than I do. But LG has, more broadly speaking, at LG Electronics, other initiatives. So when we talk about the LG Venture Client Unit, we're discussing about LG Future Home specifically. So it's home appliance and air conditioning and solutions. Another aspect that maybe it's interesting for everyone to hear is that you have such a diverse team in the venture client unit. Is that right? And they have different different expertise from different business units. Would you like to maybe add a bit more about that, Michael, where the teams is coming from and what kind of expertise you have in your team?
Yes, I mean, we have a worldwide team, to be honest, so we try to be very close to the partner that we select, so it's worldwide set up. So we have a team here in Europe, that's where I'm also working on, and Sebastian, who is here. We have then a team in headquarter, that is working from headquarter. We have a team from US, where John is. We also have the team in Japan, Kyoto, and in India. So we try to be quite close to the companies that we work on and collaborate. So, and of course, some of the members are coming quite closely from the business unit, had been working long year, like John here. So we are working a little bit members that are a background of business education, and also from our side, we had been working quite long in the innovation space before on the corporate level.
And maybe John, especially John and Ryan, they've been partnering very closely together on the partnership we're discussing today. How did everything started? Maybe going all the way back to 2018, even before the partnership started.
Okay.
What you were looking for?
Actually, this our partnership is totally based on the upgradable appliance initiative. So in 2016, 2018, we actually we are a Series A investor in SciChef, and after that, we were looking into how we can create better user experience for our customers using our oven, and also including our ThinkQ app. And then we were discussing probably very long time. And we were thinking about the recipes and also shoppable experiences. It was our roadmap at the time and also current roadmap. And we were thinking about Y+5 and what we're gonna do. And SciChef shared the same ultimate goal. And that we had perfect fit to be working together. And that's how we started working, and we launched the app in the US last month, right? Yeah, in March. And we're trying to expand it globally now.
Great. So Ryan, we heard from John why SciChef. Why LG? Why did you choose to work with LG? And it may sound like a funny question. I think it was a conversation yesterday from another fellow corporate partner, and the question was, maybe actually companies at an early stage, they should just go and have a proof of concept or a pilot with any corporation, just to have it right on your kind of company resume, so to say. But it requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of efforts, a lot of resources, right? So why LG? Why did you choose to work with LG?
Sure. So besides the promised trip to Warsaw, that
was that from the beginning? Well, it happened. At least
it did happen.
Okay. That.
No, really, as John was saying, we had our roadmap ahead of us, looking at the kitchen manufacturer space, understanding that Wi-Fi enablement was coming, this upgradable future was what they wanted, and it's what we were building. And so as we looked at LG, we looked at our roadmap, we looked at their roadmap, it looked very similar. And so that vision really led us to really say, okay, this is a company we want to go deeper with. And
maybe
really
just tell people what SciChef actually does.
Sure. So for LG and for others, we've built a platform that allows recipe content to live within the ThinkQ recipe experience, for LG ThinkQ users to view beautiful recipe content, to shop that, which offers new revenue services for LG, and then really to enable and make a reason for people to connect to their Wi-Fi enabled oven, learn about new cook modes, and actually use them.
So obviously maybe this was not a traditional route towards the partnering as other startups, because you had the formal investment with LG, so that relationship started early on. But if you were to think of a systematic process of what you would actually consider when partnering with another corporation, what would that be? What are the kind of criteria they would think about to partner with the corporation?
Yeah, so for us, I think as I mentioned, really shared vision is most important, because we wanted to be in business with someone who saw the world the way we did. And it really makes it so much easier to have discussions about where we should go with our joint roadmap when we see the same way. And then, frankly, from Taehong's presentation here, this is clearly one of the largest companies in the world with tons of resources and the ability to touch a lot of different places. So it was an important choice for us, and we're very happy with it.
Maybe regarding the resources, and both John and Michael, perhaps they could add to this as well. Can you describe a bit more how the partnership actually worked, how you maybe worked to integrate SciChef with LG ThinQ, which is a core application for LG?
Yeah, so the partnership on that end actually really started post-investment. And so the LG Venture arm saw kind of where we were going and liked it enough to want to invest. And then over, almost a year of conversations from headquarters and in Silicon Valley, really kind of making that roadmap a reality. And so, yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah, even though it was initial investment was by venture arm, but they do have to consult the home appliance division for the investment in a way, because we usually make strategic investments rather than just financials.
So what have been some of the, I would say, the best learnings on the LG side? I know SciChef obviously is an amazing story, and I know you have other partners and other startups that you've been working with previously. What are some of the learnings from these partnerships, good and bad?
Yeah, some of the learnings is that you know how the strategy changes somewhat, right? But SciChef was really like, it's like people to people working conditions, and they're very they have great people, great management and all, and also they were very how do you call it, supportive of the change, and we can always like discuss it and try to make it better. And also they have a great organization. They are like very focused, and their teams are more like corporate teams, kind of. So like if we need something, we can get it. We can get their support and get their help from all different teams from them.
And it is true that the partnership started before the LG Future Home Venture Client Unit
Correct.
was launched. Is there a specific reason the Venture Client Unit started now? And perhaps are you thinking, for example, that this Venture Client Unit maybe might speed up the process, perhaps with future companies that would like to partner with LG?
Well, I think definitely it will speed up the process, because like initially, like we were, as Michael mentioned, that we have teams in Japan, Germany, US, and also India. So it was like sort of like individual contact and individual work for getting this business started or collaboration started up. But now, since we have a single source or a single platform, LG Future Home, then we can be more efficient and productive in a way.
Michael, would you like to add to that in terms of the broader vision behind the Venture Client Unit? Are there any kind of processes or things that perhaps you experienced previously when working with other partners that you would like to streamline further within the Venture Client Unit?
I mean, there are some important parts. I mean, we have now much more options to do proof of concept projects, which are budgeted, and we have proven budget for that, so we can more easily act more freely from our side and select the startups that we want to work with. So that was more difficult beforehand, and we really have to find a partner. They have to pay it, which was more difficult. So this is more streamlined in our process. So we have much faster way to act. And also it acts quite well in the overall LG activities. I mean, we've mentioned that there was the investment from our venture capital arm. So if we run some nice projects with our startups, we already know quite well how they behave. We know the team, we know the technology. We also know a little more the strategic fit. So it's quite easy then for the venture capital team to only drive a capital investment if needed. So we complement these activities, not competing against this, for instance.
Great. So basically, thinking about the LG Future Home, where it sits within the broader LG innovation, there's clearly synergies between both the investment arm and other initiatives that you currently have running. Perhaps Teong, if you're still with us, I didn't forget about you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
here.
like to hear I would like to hear your thoughts as well, because you actually bring a very interesting perspective to this conversation, and it's important for people to know as well that you have experience in founding your own company, but also you spend significant time with LG. So you know you have the mindset of an entrepreneur, but also understanding how large corporations work. For a lot of startups listening in today and with us today, how can they even approach a partnership with a large corporation like LG? What they should think about? How can they basically set up themselves for success? Important is having the right culture.
That's a very good question, and that question by itself is a big topic. But let me try to address that in a very simple and concise fashion. I know startups come with a lot of interesting ideas with some innovative technologies or services. And oftentimes, the first step is they don't know how to contact the relevant person at large corporations. And that's one of the reasons, along with other things, that we have reorganized and restructured our various internal open innovation activities with the linked global network with our Future Home website, so that those who have any relevancy in the home area can anytime can apply to with their proposals and so on. Now, we often see startups struggling sort of fine-tuning their business model, especially showing some link to how we could potentially collaborate from our home appliance point of view. Certainly, they may not know everything in our industry, but when they have some ideas or opinions on potential collaboration topics or collaboration models, that can also help us better understand startups and how they view their value and how they view working with LG. And certainly, I know startups are very open and flexible to various options, but it also helps us to think what might be the right approach to working with startups. As it was mentioned before, we have a flexibility with investments. We have a flexibility with buying solutions, having some business partnerships, and so on. So I think that's really the sort of a comprehensive tool that we have that really enables us to more effectively work with startups. And that's sort of the reorganization that we have gone through for past couple of years with the launch of the venture client unit last year.
Thank you, Thang. And I guess if I made a summary basically of what you said, is how important the LG Future Home, the venture client unit, is in terms of giving the startups almost a gateway into the broader LG ecosystem and environment, right? Because within that venture client unit, you have experts from different business units that can easily assess the company and also provide a much faster conversation and essentially to tell them whether there is a strategic scope or not, which again speeds up the entire process.
Right. I wish startups see us as a sort of moderator or facilitator between startups and LG business units. We know the needs and wants and of our business units, and we can help the relationship, help the dialogue between startups and our business units so that we are right on the target on our topics of interest, and the discussions and communications are more effective so that we don't waste the time of startups. I know their times are very valuable. So we want to be more efficient and effective during the process.
Great. Thank you, Tong. Ryan, would you like to maybe add from your experience and to other founders listening, what would be your advice to other companies that would consider partnering with LG or other large corporations as well?
Yeah, so I certainly am excited to see how this new group, really can help prosper for other startups. I think it probably would have sped up our eventual relationship together, and I think for any startup that's trying to wade through a large corporate partnership is that it takes a lot of different people to really, you've got to pitch over and over again sometimes to really get buy-in from multiple different groups. But it's, in the end, when successful, super rewarding, right? And so it can take longer than maybe most startups are looking to. Speed is always, for any startup, is very important. But sometimes you got to go at the pace of your partner.
But thinking specifically about your partnership, after the investment in 2018,
Yep.
Already a month ago, you launched in the US. So basically, SciChef and LG ThinQ app, they are compatible, they work together. And you have really ambitious future plans, maybe not so far in the distant future, but hopefully more happening quite soon. Tell us a bit more about that, because it sounds like, although maybe 2-3 years may sound like a very long timeline, you achieved a lot, and together, obviously, in that time.
Yeah, and I think it was really just kind of getting started was the longest part, and then since we press go, it's been super fast. And from mid last summer to launching in March, we were both really impressed with. And as we think about our future now, it's about how do we layer on revenue services into the ThinQ app, and how do we get ready for our fall launch in Europe.
Yeah, so as Brian said, it went super fast because SciChef organization is structured that way. So, and it exactly fits our organization. So like development teams, business development, like they can just like talk to each other one-on-one. And so that's how it moved really fast.
Great. This is a really great conversation, and thank you all for staying with us and for coming. And I want to also pass the mic to Michael right now for a special announcement that we've been working tirelessly and preparing this for the last month. And this actually, it's a very interesting, I would say, strategic layer to the venture client unit, LG Future Home. But I will let Michael do the honors and make the announcement.
Yeah, thanks, Diana. I mean, we have seen here the wonderful partnership that we have established between SciChef and LG, and we see how successful that can be if we have good partnerships and integrate it in our ThinQ app platform. But of course, we don't want to stop here. Yeah, we want to do more, and we want to enhance and increase the success cases that we create with our venture client unit. So therefore, we now want to collaborate with our external partners, startups, SMEs, companies, to create new, enhanced user experience, new products together, and to create the future of our home. That's a little bit our mission. And to do so, I mean, today we can announce the first LG Future Home Global Innovation Challenge that we will do together with Wolf Summit as our partner. And target for this is also, we have the co-innovation activities that we will group in 4 key areas that we try to get from our partners that can apply for it. So it will be, on the one hand side, upgradability, like we have seen in the presentation and also in the video. So upgradability of our product is a key direction. We want to involve in the new lifestyle trends that are affecting our home appliance and air solution products. Also, we want to see what kind of new innovation in components, in technologies are coming, in materials and embedded. And last but not least, the future transformation of our business unit, digitalization of our business models is a key. And we would like to get applications for all of these areas by startups, SMEs that have good solutions in the fields.
Great. Thank you, Michael. And if I just may add to that, obviously we are extremely excited to work with LG on the first LG Future Home Global Innovation Challenge. And I know the team has worked tirelessly for this announcement that is happening today. We at Wolf Summit are particularly excited to provide the event as a platform for a partner like LG to find such companies. And we also want to be part of it, not just to facilitate that connection with strategic partners, but more so to award companies that will be reaching the final stage of the application to pitch in the Great Pitch Contest semifinals in May for our flagship event between the 24th and 27th for a chance to win the big prize. Maybe we can answer a couple of questions, Michael, John as well. So we talked about the four types of solution technologies that LG is looking for. Maybe in terms of the companies or the maturity stage, and are there any geographical restrictions for anyone that would like to apply?
Maybe I start. I mean, first of all, we are looking globally. I mean, that's always our initiative. So we're trying to look globally for the best solution for our problems. So worldwide, we will look for partners for these topics. In terms of maturity, we're looking more for companies that are matured enough so that they have minimal viable product, MVP ready, to prove that their solution is working. That's also because we have a big R&D team in our background, and of course we should speed up the entire process. If we can do it internally faster than get an external solution, and it doesn't make sense. So we would like to have a certain maturity level for startups or companies to apply.
Right. So basically companies that are post MVP stage, or what we call the technology readiness level past 6, and there's no geographical restriction, they can apply.
Not at all, no.
Right. And I think we do have one question from the public.
Thank you very much. Just one question. Can you explain why should companies consider applying for this particular challenge?
Michael, or?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, what we offer, I mean, the key is we offer the access to the home appliance and air solution market. Yeah, so we want to collaborate and then bring the technology or solutions from the partners that apply into the market. So we can collaborate. We have a budget for proof of concept projects, so we will sponsor that for the winners of the challenge. And if we run successful projects, we also then have a track which can lead that the solution goes into a product commercialization and a long-term commercial agreement. So that's the way that we offer. So we offer the potential of a commercial agreement and the commercialization of the technology in the home appliance market.
And becoming the next side chef, hopefully.
I forgot that, yes.
Are there any other further questions from the public? If not, maybe if I can ask my team to put up the announcement just one more time. And then on that note, we can wrap up with a couple of the important dates for anyone that is listening today. So the challenge is officially live. Anyone that is interested and eligible to apply can apply on our website, challenges.wolfsummit.com/LG, or following by the QR code. You have time till 9th of May to send your application. There is a two-step process. The first one would be a very short application form, and our team will be in touch with you to provide and attract other information from you. And then lastly, on the 9th of May, we'll close applications, go through all the submissions, and on the 16th of May, we will have the short listing of companies that will be invited to pitch in the finals, the final day for the selection at Wolf Summit.
Yeah, maybe to add, I mean,
Yes.
of course, we have partnered with Wolf Summit, and we're proud to be working with Wolf Summit, because you give us also the opportunity that our selected candidates, the finalists, will be pitching at the Wolf Summit in Warsaw from 24th of this May. So that is also why we selected Wolf Summit. And we also have done the selection of the finalists and the winners during this event.
Great. Thank you, Michael. And thank you, everyone, for listening in. I know we are meant to wrap up with a short announcement as well from Michael Chaffee, our CEO, who is still taking his time. He's not with us just here yet. No, he's not. So if I may ask everyone, he is?
No, but I would be more than happy to wrap it up and then pass the mic to...
Of course. If I may ask everyone maybe just to stay with us for 5 more minutes. Michael is just building momentum as always till he comes on stage. But first, I just want to thank Ryan, John, Michael, Sebastian, Stefan as well for coming from so far away to be with us today. And just a round of applause for having them with us today.
Not to forget
And
Teong.
Teong, where is Teong? He's still with us? Probably.
I'm here. Yes.
You're here. And thank you so much as well for taking the time. I know how late it is for you.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Very much. So guys, back in 2015, as if like it was yesterday, that was the first edition of the Wolf Summit. So things were totally different.